Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm diving deep into my personal Linux Mint 22.3 setup for 2026, showing you the 12 essential apps I can't live without, and giving you a full tour of how I use my system every single day. I've been refining this setup over the last few months, and honestly, it's become my complete daily driver. My goal with this video is to give you not just a list of apps, but also some context around why each one matters, how it fits into a workflow, and some practical tips for getting the most out of them. So whether you're a Linux beginner or just curious about how someone organizes their daily digital life, this should be a fun ride. Let's start with the foundation of any system: productivity and communication. First up is Thunderbird, Mozilla's trusty email client. I've been using Thunderbird for years, and it's the backbone of my digital correspondence. What I love about it is how flexible it is. You can connect multiple accounts, Gmail, ProtonMail, even work IMAP servers without jumping between browser tabs. For me, it's more than email, it's a daily planner. I use tags to organize incoming messages by project, and the built-in calendar keeps all my deadlines in check. Installing it on Linux Mint is simple. You can pull it straight from the software manager, but I prefer using the terminal command sudo apt install Thunderbird because it ensures I get the latest stable version. A small tip I've learned is to customize the layout to show the message preview pane. It makes scanning through 100 emails way less painful. I often joke that without Thunderbird, I'd be lost in a sea of unread messages. It's the kind of app that quietly runs in the background, letting me focus on the tasks that actually matter. Moving on, no system is complete without a powerful browser, and for me, that's Firefox. Sure, Chrome and its derivatives are popular, but I stick with Firefox because it's fast, privacy-respecting, and incredibly customizable. I have a few extensions that I can't live without, like uBlock Origin for ad blocking and Bitwarden for managing passwords. One of the subtle joys of Firefox is its built-in containers, basically isolated browsing environments, which let me separate work, personal, and testing sessions without constantly logging in and out of accounts. Installing Firefox on Mint is usually straightforward as it comes pre-installed, but I always make sure it's updated to the ESR version for maximum stability. I personally spend a lot of time researching, writing, and tinkering with web apps, so having a browser that doesn't bog down my system is essential. I remember one late night trying to juggle 3 web-based tasks at once. Firefox didn't flinch, and I could actually keep up with myself. That's how I judge my browser performance under pressure. For managing files and backups, TimeShift is my lifesaver. Linux systems are generally stable, but mistakes happen. TimeShift creates snapshots of your system, letting you restore it to a previous state if something goes wrong. I can't count the number of times I've tested a new app, only to realize it messed up a configuration somewhere. With TimeShift, one snapshot, a couple of clicks, and I'm back to where I started stress-free. Setting it up is straightforward. I usually configure it to take weekly snapshots automatically and store them on an external drive or a separate partition. One tip I found useful is to exclude directories like downloads from snapshots to save space. There was this one time I was experimenting with kernel tweaks and my system refused to boot afterward. TimeShift brought everything back perfectly. Honestly, for anyone who wants to tinker on Linux without fear, TimeShift is non-negotiable. Next, for media, I rely heavily on VLC Media Player. It sounds basic, but VLC has been a consistent hero for me. Whether it's playing obscure video formats, streaming a lecture, or quickly checking a downloaded podcast, VLC just works. What sets it apart is its versatility. You can even stream content over a network or convert file formats without touching the terminal. I remember a scenario where I needed to quickly convert a .mkv file to .mp4 for a client presentation. VLC handled it effortlessly. On Mint, installation is as simple as sudo apt install VLC, and I always check the preferences to tweak hardware acceleration for a smoother playback. I sometimes joke that VLC is like duct tape for my media needs. It fixes almost everything. When it comes to productivity, LibreOffice is my go-to suite. Linux Mint ships with it by default, but I always make sure I'm on the latest version. I write reports, manage spreadsheets, and even draft slide decks without ever touching a proprietary Office suite. What I love is the consistency across formats. Opening a .docx or .xlsx rarely causes issues. I have a personal workflow where I draft notes in LibreOffice Writer, then export PDFs directly for sharing, which saves a ton of time. I remember preparing a client report one evening and realized I needed to make last-minute calculations, and a spreadsheet LibreOffice Calc handled it without breaking a sweat. For anyone switching from Windows or Mac OS, the interface might feel a bit different at first, but once you get used to it, it's incredibly powerful. One trick I use is to enable the tabbed view, which keeps multiple documents open in a single window, helping me stay organized. For note-taking and personal knowledge management, Joplin has become indispensable. I'm a big believer in keeping my notes synced and encrypted, and Joplin delivers on both fronts. I can take notes on my desktop, and they sync securely across my phone and tablet. I use notebooks for different projects and tags for quick filtering, which turns a massive pile of notes into an actually navigable resource. Installing it on Mint is easy via the app image or Snap, but I prefer the official repository for automatic updates. One day, I was mid-brainstorm for a video script and realized I'd accidentally deleted my draft from the local folder. Thankfully, Joplin's Synth Notes saved the day. It's the kind of app you don't think about until you desperately need it, and then you realize you couldn't live without it. Now, for developers and tech enthusiasts, a robust code editor is essential, and Visual Studio Code is my weapon of choice. Whether I'm scripting in Python, tweaking configuration files, or even managing web development projects, VS Code handles it all. Extensions are where it really shines. I have GitLens for version control, Prettier for formatting, and a whole suite of language-specific plugins. Installing it is simple via the .deb package or through Snap, and I like to tweak the settings for a dark theme and minimize distractions. I remember one time I was debugging a Python script late at night, and the integrated terminal and intelligent code suggestions saved me from hours of frustration. For anyone starting with Linux Mint, VS Code makes coding approachable without overwhelming you with complexity. For system monitoring and performance, I swear by Stacer. It's a sleek system optimizer and monitoring tool that gives me real-time insights into CPU usage, RAM, and disk activity. But what I really love is its ability to manage startup applications, clean cache, and uninstall software without fuss. I often joke that it's like the control center for my Mint system. Installing it is as easy as adding the PPA and running sudo apt install Stacer. A practical tip: I schedule a weekly cleanup to remove unnecessary cache and logs, which keeps the system snappy. Once, I noticed my system was slightly lagging after heavy browsing sessions. A quick glance at Stacer revealed a runaway process, and I could terminate it immediately. It's simple, but the peace of mind it brings is invaluable. Next, for creative work, GIMP has replaced my need for expensive image editors. It's open source, powerful, and surprisingly approachable once you get used to the interface. I use it for everything from thumbnails for my videos to minor edits on screenshots. One personal hack I love is using layers and layer masks to quickly mock up ideas for visual projects. Installing GIMP is straightforward through the software manager or via sudo apt install GIMP, and I recommend enabling single window mode for a cleaner workspace. I remember a scenario where I had to edit a promotional image in a pinch, and GIMP's selection tools and filters saved hours of work. For anyone creating content on Linux, it's a must-have. For cloud storage, I use Nextcloud. I host my own instance, which gives me full control over files, calendars, and contacts, but there are plenty of hosted options too. What I love is the seamless integration with Linux Mint drag and drop files, automatic syncing, and encrypted storage. Installation can vary depending on whether you're self-hosting, but using the desktop client from the official website makes it painless. One day, I was collaborating on a project with a colleague across the city, and Nextcloud's real-time syncing meant we were always on the same page. It's about security and convenience rolled into one, and in today's world, I wouldn't trade it for any mainstream cloud provider. For casual media consumption and communication, Spotify deserves a mention. Even though it's not strictly necessary, music is a huge part of my daily workflow. I use Spotify to create focus playlists while working or winding down after a long coding session. The Linux client is surprisingly solid, and logging in with my account means I have access to all my playlists and save music instantly. I remember one morning trying to code while sipping coffee, and a perfect playlist on Spotify just made the whole session flow better. Pro tip: use keyboard shortcuts to skip tracks without leaving your main workspace. Keeps the flow uninterrupted. Finally, for virtualization and testing, I can't ignore VirtualBox. It's crucial for safely experimenting with different operating systems or testing configurations without risking my main system. Whether I'm spinning up an Ubuntu container, testing a Windows build, or playing with snapshots, VirtualBox is flexible and reliable. Installing it is as simple as sudo apt install VirtualBox, and I always make sure to install the extension pack for USB and RDP support. I remember testing a beta Linux distro and accidentally misconfiguring the network. Thankfully, I could revert the VM snapshot in seconds. For anyone who likes to tinker, VirtualBox provides a safe sandbox to explore without fear. Now that we've covered all 12 apps, let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Each of these apps serves a purpose, and together they form a cohesive, efficient, and enjoyable daily driver setup. Thunderbird and Firefox handle communication and browsing. TimeShift and Stacer keep the system healthy. LibreOffice, Joplin, and VS Code cover productivity and creative work. GIMP and Spotify add creativity and leisure. Nextcloud and VirtualBox give me flexibility and security for cloud storage and testing. VLC ensures media consumption is seamless. And the beauty is, these aren't just random picks, they complement each other. For example, notes from Joplin can be linked in LibreOffice documents. Files sensed via Nextcloud can be edited in GIMP. And all of this can happen without a single hiccup thanks to Mint stability. It's a setup that supports both work and play, experimentation and productivity, and it scales whether I'm at home or on the go. I've also sprinkled in a few habits that make everything smoother. Regular updates via the Update Manager, scheduled backups with TimeShift, and careful management of startup applications with Stacer. Privacy and performance are never afterthoughts. By keeping services lean, disabling unnecessary telemetry, and choosing open source alternatives where possible, I ensure the system runs fast and respects my data. These small choices compound into a workflow that just works. And honestly, that's the goal of any daily driver setup: to be invisible when it's working and indispensable when you need it. So that's my Linux Mint 22.3 setup for 2026. The 12 essential apps I truly can't live without. Each one has earned its place on my system through everyday use, practical necessity, and a little bit of love for tools that just get the job done. I hope walking through this setup has given you some ideas, whether you're a seasoned Linux user or just exploring the platform for the first time. If you try any of these apps, or if you already have a setup you swear by, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about your workflow. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for sticking around, and until next time, happy tinkering, keep your system tidy, and enjoy the freedom Linux offers.